Hey there, it's Tom. Thanks for joining me today. For those of us who pre-purchased Aperty, the official version has been given to us. It's no longer in beta. We're using version 1.0.0. The good news for you is you still can get it before November 7th at a huge discount. 2 years for the price of one. Just use the link posted below. I'm sure many are hesitant to buy a pre-released version of software, but Skylum is known for updating and improving their products. I purchased Luminar Neo during its pre-release, and over 2 years later, it has so many more tools than when I purchased the pre-released version. So I've been so happy with my purchase of Luminar Neo. And you can take advantage of the special price, again using my link below, and know that not only are you getting a bonus year, but you have 14 days to decide if Aperty is for you. So this is going to be a super short tutorial, but I did do some behind the scenes of this lighting setup. A super simple one speed light setup. So if you want to see how I captured these portraits using just one light, leave a comment below and I'll make that video. But just super short, let's take a look at Aperty. You have just a few days to get that bonus year. You can use your scroll wheel to go in and out, so it is made for super speed editing. You can dislike images simply by hitting X or P and using the arrow key to cycle through images, and you can see how quick it is. So I would go through that image, hit X, and then sort it by likes and dislikes, and all those will move to one side, and I'll have all my favorite images all together. So for example, this one I gave it a heart. Let's take a look at this. This is Paige. I photographed Paige and her sister Brooklyn. They are models from JMN Talent here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll leave JMN Talent's link below in case you need some talent for a photo shoot. So Paige is a teen, and like most teens, some days you have challenging skin. And that is the beauty of Aperty. Let me show you how easy it is to enhance this image. All we need to do is go to the side panels. We have all the basic things that we're all accustomed to. I shoot RAW and JPEGs, but I use the JPEGs unless there's an issue because I love Canon's color science, and with JPEG, I know the colors I'm getting are the profile that I set in camera, and I use the portrait profile for this shoot. If I wanted to work on the RAW file, I would just go up to View, RAW and JPEG pairs, and show them separated, or just show the RAW only. Let's show you them separated so you can see what I mean about the color science. So again, right now we are looking at the JPEG. If I click on the RAW, you can see the shift. And that's because the RAW is going to be a flatter profile, and you'll need to assign a camera profile to it. And if I had overexposed this image, again, I would work on the RAW, find a camera profile that I'd like, and go from there. But I'm happy with the JPEG version, and we'll work on that today. So my exposure was correct. Color is fine because I did a custom white balance. I really don't need anything in this panel here. I'm going straight to the impressive part about Aperty, and that is the retouch section. So once you open up the retouch panel, there are different categories that you can select. And right now it's selected individual and female. So if we had multiple people, we could assign different categories for each person. So first thing I'm going to do is go all the way over on blemish removal. We'll see how that is looking right away. That has done a lot. face smoothing then just needs a little bit, and we could add back detail into the skin or even smooth it more. I'm going to set it at the default, and if there was a lot of variance in the color of the face, we could adjust that as well. Paige was telling me she did have a sleepover the night before, so why don't we just remove the dark circles under her eyes. I like how I lit the image, but if we wanted to brighten up her face just a touch, we could do that as well. Under eyes, iris vibrance is a great enhancement. Her eyes are pretty white, and eye enhancements just can add a little extra detail, a little sharpening to the iris. There are no teeth, so we don't need that. And let's take a look at makeup. So makeup is normally something that I would totally avoid. There's nothing worse than some old guy who knows nothing about makeup applying makeup. It's right up there with mansplaining. Denied. So you don't want to do mansplaining, and you don't want to add makeup if you don't know what you're doing. So we'll skip the cheeks and things like that, but one part that is really good is kind of more like dodge and burning. And this is something that I would normally do on portrait. So by contouring, we can add some depth to our features, and same with highlight. We can kind of brighten the cheekbone area. So to me, that's not adding makeup. That is doing something that I would do normally in a retouch, kind of dodge and burning areas. So that's bringing out the highlights, adding to the chin, the nose, the forehead, the cheekbones, all that. So let's take a look at before and after with that applied. So that's amazing. And then finally, if we take a look at this image of Paige, we'll notice that she does have a cold sore and a little mark down here. I'm not sure if that's a mole. For this tutorial, we're just going to replace it. The way that I would do that is use the erase and clone. We'll start with the erase and pick that area. I have it set to remove after each stroke, or you could switch this and then select several different areas and then hit erase. Okay, I'm holding down the space bar so I can drag up. Next, we want to work on this area by her lip on the cold sore. So a lot of times I will try erase. On this, it's probably not going to work very well since it's right up against her lip, but we'll take a look. And that actually did a pretty decent job, but not quite as good as what I'd want. So let's discard that with Command Z, and let's go over to this clone and stamp tool. So with that, the first thing you need to do is set a source. I'm going to select this area. I'm going to take the strength down a bit, and using the bracket keys, I'm going to do the left bracket right now to make it a little bit smaller. And then we're just going to work on this area here. And if you hold down the Alt key, you can select a new source area. So that's always a good thing to do when you're working with skin, is choose several different source areas so you're not copying just one area. So again, just setting the source and moving up and clicking away, and that gives us a pretty nice result. And then I just noticed one more area underneath her nose. So that looks great there. We're going to hit save those stamp changes. And that is just how easy it is to get exceptional skin retouching off of a very difficult skin condition. So if you photograph portraits, you want this fantastic retouch program by Skylum. It's called Aperty. Again, use the link below. Get 2 years for the price of 1, but you have to do it before November 7th because once it's officially released, this sale goes away. Again, if you want to see how I lit this with just one speed light and a very inexpensive modifier, leave a comment below. You're gonna love to see how that was done, and I'll work on that video for you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Any constructive criticism or comments, leave them below. And until next time, keep shooting.